Uma ọkọ sọ. Uma ọkọ notify wọn. Okay. Good afternoon. Good morning. Greetings, everybody joining me from Nigeria, from all over the world. Good greetings, Sha. Because if I say good afternoon, you may be in the morning. Thank you. My outfit is beautiful. Thank you. I'm just being an unrepentant Yoruba girl. Good afternoon. Good morning. People in America will be in the morning. Be early afternoon. Early afternoon. The morning, early afternoon now. People in the UK, maybe 1 hour before or after, or in South Africa, so maybe the same time before or after. The 1 hour before or after. From Germany, from everywhere all over the world. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming to my party. You love my glasses. Sola Allyson official. Thank you. Kidi new. Recommended the new. When are we getting a London concert? When people in London are ready. Okay, 10:32 a.m. Yes, in the US. I know it's morning to early afternoon. 10:32 US. Where in the US is that? Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I can't mention everybody's names. On Instagram. Okay, somebody in Dubai. So what time is it in Dubai? In the US, somebody said 10:32 a.m. But what part of the US are you? Good afternoon. From Facebook, Shukri Amodupe, Funsho Adediran, Emmanuel Rogolo. I hope I got that right. Clement Juliet. Yes, my hair. I love my hair too. I mean, I'm an unrepentant African. I'm an unrepentant Nigerian. I love the way everything is. I'm proud of myself, my curly, kinky hair, my brown skin, the actual K that we have. Okay, in Houston, okay. Ogumbi is Sunday. Pastor Money Oluwole, Olagunjo Olaunmi, Official Olu Davis, yes, in Houston, Texas, yes. I think they are 8 hours, 6 hours before us. In Chicago, I'm alright. Chicago, yeah. I like my 2 weeks too. I love it. Very simple and kosi wahala. No wahala. Thank you. Okay, 7:34 p.m. in Dubai. Yes. Oh God, see God though. In Mauritius, 7:32. Say a.m. now be p.m. Thank you. Somebody said I'm looking fresh, black and I'm not black actually. I'm brown. Yeah, I love what you are doing. I like your personality. Thank you for my personality. Yeah, okay. It's good though, but I can be tough. I can be tough with, doing things the way they should be done. And most people don't like that. Bomi father, my outfit. Thank you. I love it too. I love your hair. Thank you. Now you people are making my hair to swear. I love it too. I love my hair. I love my skin. I love my everything. Everything African. God makes no mistakes. So I want in Ohio 11:32 a.m. should be 7:33. Say a.m. in Dubai. A.m. in Dubai, yes. Boston 11:33 a.m. Yes. Oklahoma 10:33 a.m. I've never been there. Eriola me say she's getting old. Yes, I'm getting like you. Your mom will get old, your dad, everybody, you. So have that at the back of your mind. Everybody gets old. I'm thankful that I have the grace to be getting old. May you too get old like me. Or may you too be getting old like me. Everybody gets old. Everybody. Yeah, I actually approached you to take a pic. This is Odubi Yokpemi 404 to take a pic at where is this? And you declined my request. Because I wasn't in the mood, I wasn't in the mood to take pictures. My life is not to be taking pictures all around. If I'm in the mood, you don't even know what was happening in my mind or my heart, and I declined, because I wasn't there to take pictures. Maybe I was there for something more serious. Maybe something was happening to me. I'm always being human, and I need you people to learn, especially young people, that you can be human and live your life well. You don't have to package anything or put any unnecessary paparazzi on top of something. You understand? So to be your player, maybe another day will come, maybe it won't come. If you don't take picture with me, your life will still be beautiful now. So you people don't be taking it offensively. You can think for me like, maybe she's not, maybe God help her, or maybe she's not happy at that point, And me, I don't, I don't pretend. I try to learn it, but I can't. I don't know how to do it. I'm not sorry. But I love you too. So, I can't do without listening to your song every morning before going to class. Thank you very much. May God keep blessing all of us. I saw a name, Kuruka, something. The kidney has gone. Oh. There are many comments I'm seeing, and I'm just in my heart about. There are some I will not read. Young people, make yourself eligible to be in discussion with by people who are intelligent. Abiba, my son, I know you. Okay, this 9 p.m. in India. I've never been to India before. Wow, 9 p.m. Ọlọ́run pọ̀ o. Àwọn tí wà lálẹ́, wọ́n ti fẹ́ wà lọ́la. So young people, make yourself intelligent. You must learn it so that when you are in a discussion with people who have sense, you will be able to fit in. She gets. You'll be able to fit in. So there are some comments I may not read because they don't even want to say. Okay, somebody said I was too busy to take a picture with them. Sometimes I may not be in the picture. I won't be in the mood to take pictures. My life is not about taking pictures. Wahala, yes. Anika, somebody said, where can I get it? Akko Africa on Instagram. Yes, I think Akko Africa on Instagram. On Instagram, you can get this one from them. They didn't pay me though, but I like the things that they make, so I'm doing free Ikolo water for them. So now from Minnesota, from Nigeria, people, brown skin, me. Forever and ever. I'm glow, I'm shine more. It will just be glowing as my life keeps getting better. As I'm renewed from within, it will show without. Amen. Dorothy Odunayo, God keep you till the end in Jesus. Amen. God keep you too. May our eyes see. May we do what God's destiny really, really wants us to do. Omobolanle Ishmael. I am a Muslim, but mommy, it's okay. We are one. We are the same. It's the same God. See the sun. I deliberately came outside. The sun shines on everybody. It's from God, right? The wind, the breeze on everybody. So, somebody said, how do I get my lyrics? I just finished answering some interview questions this morning. You are interviewing me again. So now, the thing that I want us to talk about, there's a lot of pain out there. There's a lot of heartache. ó tiẹ̀ tún bára ń lẹ̀ ni, you know, heartache in lẹ̀ you know, pain in lẹ̀ ni, you know. That's why I'm here, you know, for hope, for encouragement, for comfort. I have my own. I have my own. Many of the times, I swallow my own pain so that I can help others through their pain. You know, I have my own. No, you know, I've never come to tell you that my life is perfect. I've never come to tell you that because I'm being regenerated now, because I am child now, so everything is perfect. I am still working out my own salvation. I'm still in my own healing process. I've healed a lot, considerably. But I want to heal. You understand? So most of the time I swallow my own pain. I carry it as a big girl, you know. And I help others through their pain because I found purpose. That's purpose for me. It's not like I'm sad, dude. I didn't tell you to say I'm sad. I'm not sad, dude. My life is beautiful. My life is good. But you know, but there are some things, so see, so much, level upon level, step upon step. So I'm here to, you know, preach hope to us again. I know many people have lost hope in our dear country. I know that many people don't want to hear anything about Nigeria again. But to whom shall you go? Where? Okay, if some people are going to relocate, it's everybody that will relocate. And I need you to know that in those places that we can run to, things happen there too. Every society has its own challenges. Every society has their own peculiarities, their own problems, you know. So what we can do, what we should do, is to not give up. You know, that's way that we have refused to give up on our lives, on the challenges of our life. The same thing. I mean, the same way that we should not give up on our country. If everybody wakes up in the morning and what we say is God bless Nigeria, you may not say it exactly that way. You know, you know, the way that you know, bless the land that you tread upon, bless the land that your destiny is tied to. Of course, you were born here. You understand? So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, to give us hope, to give us encouragement, to make something wake up inside us again. Nigeria will be great again. Our can relocate. Our can community Facebook you. Hey. Because I mean I've done everything that I should do. So you know, so I mean, don't let your hope fail. Don't let your hope fail. You know, the things that we do, the things that happen to us, the sounds of birds and chickens. Yes, that's why I came out to this my area, and birds wake me with their songs every morning. So birds wake me up. Yeah, they do. I mean, my mind is renewed, so they are not evil. Nothing is evil around me. Everything God made is beautiful. It depends on the state of my inner self. So, Shemo, kama sọ̀rọ̀ òdì sí ilẹ̀ wa, ilẹ̀ tati bí wa, and all of that, you know. So, the thing that happened in our, I don't even want to talk about it because it's overwhelming. It's heart-shattering, you know. It's mind-boggling in a very bad way. Like people are gathering in a place and worshiping, even if they are not worshiping, people are in a place. Some people now come and they start shooting at them. You know, I don't even want to talk about it because it's sad. You know, so Erelu Odua, comment down. Says churches are the Kiniko. Shola say the truth. Okay, so this one I'm saying, what is Erelu Odua? I think that should be an important and honorable person with the title though, but people give themselves any title that they want. I mean, you should know that I'm saying, what do you expect me to say? You want me to be like you that curse people? You want me to be like you that say negative things about people? No, I'm not. I don't have that essence. You know, it's not about not telling the truth, but it's about telling the truth in a way that I choose to tell it. It's about telling the truth in a way that when you check in every faith, in every religion, any society all over the world, it will still be the truth. I don't curse people. I know things that happen. I don't curse. ẹnu báwo ló ṣe máa ń sọ ní Yorùbá yẹn àkí ń gbọ́ búburú lẹ́nu abọ́ rẹ̀ yìí ọmọ ìmọ́lẹ̀ lèmi èmi ò kí ń ṣépè I'm a child of light. I'm a servant of the light, so I don't, anything that happens I try to see, okay, what have we done wrong, what are we supposed to do right, because God does not do wrong. Nothing happens that is wrong with God. Nothing. You may not believe it, it doesn't matter. The fact that somebody doesn't believe that God is doesn't mean that God is not. I mean, it doesn't mean that God is not. Yeah, my English is correct. The fact that somebody doesn't believe that God is doesn't mean that God is not. Oh, right, oh, beautiful. The fact that somebody doesn't believe that God is does not mean that God is not. Ha! Will go like. No, the Ogwade 20. No, the bird should not keep quiet. They are doing their own. As the light is doing its own, the breeze is doing its own. We are doing our own too. You understand? So we should allow the creation to swing as it wants to swing, and you know, swing along and align. You understand? With the works of God. I mean, what we are works of God too. So I've seen churches are one of the area. Ibonikini is Saloke. Eminimi Mohanjulo actually. Erelu, Odua, Mabel, Kiniko, I'm sorry, the name has gone. Churches are one of the major problems in Nigeria is facing. Shall I say the truth? Yes or no? They are not one of the major. It's because you want me to say it the way you want, and that's rude, actually. It's rude, actually, you know. Very rude. You know, if you're Agbalagba or if you're Omode, know that that's rude. I mean, you don't want me to say the truth as what you think the truth is. All of us are the problems. Everybody is the problem. You know, Otibamiko, the fact that the fact that no, the fact that somebody does not believe that God is does not mean God is not. They can call it from. The fact that someone, correct you about typographical error. The fact that someone doesn't believe, the fact that someone, now, people, please remind me. Please remind me. You know, yes, now, Kehinde said, please don't let anybody put you to say what is not in your habit. Lie. I can't. No, not be today. I can't. The fact that someone does not believe God is does not mean correct. God is not or something. Okay, the fact that someone does not believe that God is does not mean that God is not. You know. The fact that someone doesn't believe that God is doesn't mean that he is not. Yeah. Yes, thank you very much. Proudly King Dave. YSG building concept. Massive Mercy. Martins Oye. Jumi _ Kenny. Thank you very much. Yes, Ogwade 23 says Erelu religion. Yeah, it's a way of life. It's not churches actually. No matter what anybody teaches you, many of us are listening to the many things that they are teaching us that is wrong because of favor. Wow. Ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ o, ó wà nínú Islam, ó wà nínú Christianity. Ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ because ní pé ẹni tí ò bá ti ṣẹ̀sìn wa aláìgbàgbọ́ ni, so ká má bá wọn ṣe. Ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Is JC in the room on? Okay, because nobody is there. Okay. Ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Like, because somebody is not practicing your religion, you should not like them. That is the foundation of everything. Because somebody is not practicing your religion, you are better than them. Pastor, no, I respect authorities. I have a pastor, I respect him. But ni wípé ká fẹ́ràn ẹnìkejì wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara wa. Wọ́n sọ pé ẹnìkejì tó ń ṣẹ̀sìn tá ń ṣe. So àwọn ẹ̀kọ́, all the lessons that we are learning, We are taking them in without questioning them, because in a way it favors us and it makes us tickle within to feel that we are better than others. Let me tell you, nobody is better than. No, God has no favorites. God loves everybody the same way. It depends on you to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. If somebody stands on the pulpit or on the altar and says something to you that doesn't agree with what humanity is, with what the idea of God, see the sky, you can't see the sky above me. God doesn't say this is the sky for Christians and this is the sky for Muslims, and when the rain is falling, this is the one for. I mean, the way I think is different from a loose way of thinking. It doesn't mean she's bad. It doesn't mean I'm better. The way I think is different from the way many people think. And of course, that's the reason why I am like this. And I'm enjoying my journey. It can be lonely sometimes, but then sometimes I need friends. But okay, tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Táwọn èèyàn bá sọ̀rọ̀ níbi orí table yìí, ibi ìsàlẹ̀ yẹn lèmi máa ti máa wò ó, so máa dàbí pé orí bákan. So thank you, Sola Allyson. I've got Sola Allyson, man or woman, brother or sister, auntie or uncle. So thank you everybody that has helped me with the fact that somebody does not believe God is not, does not mean I have to find it. Mo ti gbàgbé, but mo ti get it. Mo pẹ́ láti bá mi get it. So all of us, ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni àìsí ìfẹ́, feeling that somebody, you are better than somebody because you are born again now. Feeling that you and the people that you know, that you are in your church, you are practicing your faith, nìkan lẹ máa lọ sí heaven. Àwọn èèyàn kan hell no máa lọ. Who are you? Tí wọ́n pé ibi tí gbogbo ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ibi tí gbogbo ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ibi tí gbogbo ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. What I'm saying, you may not like the way that I'm saying it. It may not be the way that you are familiar with, but then I'm not guaranteeing you that you will like what I will say. I'm just saying the truth as I know it, and this truth that I know, go to anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, it would only be said in different words, but meaning the same. Check everything that Jesus said. Everything I say is hinged on what Jesus said. Check everything. Check. Jesus never told us to hate anybody. Jesus never told us to despise anybody. Jesus never told us not to be friends with anybody. Remember the woman at the well that had many husbands? Remember the thief? Olè apá ọ̀tún. Tàbápò òsì ni, it doesn't matter pa bí tó wà olè yẹn tán kan òun náà mọ́gi. Remember that guy that went on the sycamore tree? What's this guy's name again? Oh, that tax collector. You know, remember different things. Jesus did not say that you should hate anybody. And I'm telling us now, if you are really a regenerated or being regenerated soul, you will hear Jesus in everything that I'm telling you now. We can make a change. We can do things different, and it doesn't have to be anja and shaking. I'm talking the way it concerns my purpose now. I'm not a politician. I'm talking the truth that will cut across every aspect of life. That will cut across politics, cut across religion, cut across marriage, cut across everything, parenting, everything. So ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àwa náà ẹ má jẹ́ ká tọ̀ ọ̀nà bẹ̀. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tọ̀ ọ̀nà yẹn. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tọ̀ ọ̀nà yẹn. See the results that we are seeing. Look at the things that we are seeing. I intentionally did not play music because I mean everything is not about singing. Everything is not about music and all of that. And you even know that when I'm performing, when I'm singing, I sing and speak. I speak and sing because there are nudges that we need to take. It's not just for us to enjoy a song, you know. So it's not just for us to enjoy a song. What is the essence behind all these things? So imagine, join this. Let us think, question all things. Everybody that stands anywhere, no matter. Look at this person, John. For you to make your Olushola. Hey, John Ademola Aderogba, he said something, I don't know, he said for you to make your religion real to anybody or something, so that's the only thing I suppose. I think he wanted to say love is everything or something like that. And the love that I'm telling you is not to be careless, is not to say, Shebi, I love them. Everything, even if you are protecting yourself from somebody, you can still love them, you can still pray for them, you can still wish them well. If somebody has hurt you before, you can still wish them well. That is that's the way I live my life. See, I will always look younger than my age. I will always be fine. Because sorry, go problem here, cause ama about something. We need to iron something out. So I won't run away. I'm a face it. But I will never think any evil towards you. Even if you think evil towards me, because I don't have something like that around me to my invite. Everything around me, I'm working towards it so that every environment of mine spiritually will be of the light. Anybody who, however elevated that they are, however important that they are in the society, that teaches you to despise the other person because they are not practicing your faith, that person does not have the essence of Jesus. That person does not have the essence of God. Do not be rigid with your faith. Do not be rigid with your faith. I can protect myself from everybody, but anything, the things that come from my heart towards everything and everybody is love. Sometimes when I heard the boss singing, when somebody was saying the boss are making noise, it makes me to start thinking of God. Like, wow, communication. Look at this. There's a tall tree before me. This is a coconut tree, a palm tree. This coconut. There's a tall coconut tree at my front now, almost reaching the sky. So when I wake up in the morning and I see it, I'm like, God, you are good. It makes me not to now talk of a human being like me. I'm passing by you on the road. We are not talking. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't like talking to people. Job unnecessary. But something is flying to you from me. Prayers is flying to you. I mean, it's crossing to you from me. I may not even look into your eyes. I will just pass. Let us not go that route. You may not be the person carrying the gun and shooting people, but your thought is fueling their power. You may not be the one giving them money, but your thoughts is fueling what they are doing. And this mechanism in creation will write it down for you. He won't think the mechanism in creation, no excuse. No, money, but the foundation of your thought has to be pure before you can be able to live in expression of all these things that I'm saying. You understand? So stop. Mi mo wa ita gbe ọ̀rọ̀ Jésù Olúwa sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Ta wá ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ́ àwọn èèyàn kọ́ wa gbé tó bá jẹ́ pé papọ̀ mọ́ nǹkan tí Jésù Olúwa sọ, beautiful. It doesn't matter in what language, it doesn't matter in what worship house, it doesn't matter where it is taught. Tó bá jẹ́ pé papọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Olúwa, it's fine, it's beautiful. No matter how they say it to you, tó bá ti jẹ́ wípé nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kó feel better than some other people, tó máa jẹ́ kó feel pé àwọn ẹlòmíì wà ńlẹ̀ wọ́n wà lókè, it is not healthy. It is not Christ-like. It won't bring peace into the society. The fact that it's only in your heart, you are not doing it, maybe you are not doing anything, you are fueling, that's your thought. It's fueling the thought of somebody in Sokoto, in IS, àwọn tó wà ní Middle East, that has spread all over the world. It's fueling their thoughts. Who are we? See the result that we have in the I need to block this Alarape. I will tell you what he said, no? I don't want people like this in my space. Instead, you take life simple. I hope you don't behave like other women who always take life of their husband. I mean, shetiri pay any you know, I don't want people like that in my space. I mean, it's not about having many followers. It's about having people of like mind. And if you are not a mind like me yet, I mean, somebody who is a learner, who wants to learn, who is open-hearted or open-minded, you will know. So people like that, this one, I don't have energy today to argue, to go into discussion. I will block them. If I have energy, sometimes I will answer. You understand? If it's, I'll just put up a post, somebody just puts up something there like that. You know, that make yourself into somebody that intelligent people can discuss with. You understand? So genuine love is all we need in this nation. Genuine love. The major problem that we have is this idea that some people are going to hell because they are not doing, they don't understand God that the way we do. If you look at the sky now, I'm looking at the sky. The way it is now, where I am under Gogo is white. All the other place is blue. So I can come and say, and depending on the state of my heart, it can work. It can be that because a minimum is always occurring. A minimum is always dispensing, ideas, blessings upon us. See. See that butterfly, that beautiful butterfly now. It's flying around me. I can say it's a minimum saying, depending on the state of my heart, my ribe. That somebody can come and say this butterfly, is village people. The kini that is in the sky, is kini. See, that white, it has shifted just now. So you cannot fight me. I cannot fight you because of that. That should not be the basis of, you are going to hell. Kinikon is going. Jesus said, I'm only the way. Nobody is arguing with anybody. It is the truth. But Jesus is the way in the essence that he taught us. Not just in the, I'm calling Jesus. I have to call Jesus. Most of us are, most of us are serving this Jesus because I feel no poverty. I feel okay. That's all. And you think because you are there now, that one is okay, but that's not all. Let us not be partakers in it. And if we had been, we can still have a change of heart today. This is what Jesus will do. Maybe we'll come to that, Sha. Then we'll see Romy. Maybe we'll come to that, this is what Jesus would say in this kind of situation. I'm not saying something that is popular so that people will like me or come. I'm saying what, when Jesus was here, no, not many people liked him. You understand what I mean? So please, I'm here to spread hope, to spread encouragement, to make our eyes open, for renewal of mind, for our souls to be awake and all of that. Somebody says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? But the righteous can do something, ma. My friend, how are you? The righteous can do something. It's in the Bible that if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous can do something. The righteous can look at the foundation and think, okay, let me go and build my own. The foundation of Timothy, why? What I go see the let me start treading another path. Let me start treading another path. For instance, you must have heard some stories about me before. I choose to do things differently from my own foundation. So the foundation be destroyed. What can the righteous do? If the righteous is really righteous, the righteous can see the problem in that foundation and choose, to build his or our own foundation differently. She gets me. Without love, no heaven. Whoever that you are, proudly _ King Dave. Jesus Oluwatemi must say. And I've read a lot of books. I have watched a lot of documentaries. the things that will tickle me is documentaries like that. There are talks like that, you know. I found myself with different people, and I know that the and I know that this thing that I know cuts across everywhere where the truth is preached, everywhere where the truth is stood upon. That's what you will find. That is what you will find. Sharia wa emajeka, we can do things differently. The foundation is destroyed. If we are really the righteous, we can do something. We can do something in my own world, do your own. In your own. Sorry, is internet. So, Wi-Fi or data. They are making wasita. So, mobile data. So, me federal call network to just. Emma Binu. So, if you are a Muslim, if you are a Christian, if you are a Lesbian, do your own in love. If your journey brings you to the side I'm on, beautiful. But the side I'm on that I'm telling you is the side of truth, is the side of love, is the side of compassion for the other person. Christianity means being like Christ. Being like Christ means Christianity. It is not putting ourselves somewhere and be thinking that we are better than some people. Don't you have problems in your life that is common faith? Don't you have steps in your life to share data and be back? Let me share data from my. So I'm trying to share data from my other line to this line. Personal hotspots. Wi-Fi, but I can try that's the Wi-Fi. A Wi-Fi alone. Oh, no wonder. Oh, okay. Wi-Fi, oh, didn't buy that. But mobile data anymore. Sorry, I was trying to disconnect the Wi-Fi. The phone here peak Wi-Fi. Oh, they loan be by so data. So Facebook people, it was going up, off and on. So I hope with the little things I've said, could say a little go up. You know that necessary kama she minimum more and lo better than niko awani 144,000 tama lo see heaven tama te nika ka 144,000 abi 144 million only ma kan wa, you know. So lo more everything. Live what you owe yourself is love. What you owe, yourself, love, and your neighbor. It doesn't mean that neighbor has to be a Christian, or it doesn't mean that neighbor has to be observing Sola with you. It doesn't have to be a Muslim. Your neighbor, love God with all your heart, and love your neighbor as yourself. And it has always guided me. The foundation of everything happening, it is because there is no love. It is because we are thinking we are better than some people. It is because just Olúwa ò kọ́ wa nìyẹn o, àwa Christian ṣe mọ̀. Wọ́n ò kọ́ wa nìyẹn at all. Wọ́n sọ pé Carol, look at nǹkan tí I expect. What we didn't expect in the church. People were worshiping. I'm saying it with all sense of reverence and almost some kind of almost fear in the church. Buki Akonwo says she was taught that love and religion are two different things. Love and religion are two different things. Love and religion they are not two different things. Love and religion ori mi ko ma daru in Jesus name. Ori mi ò ní daru. Love because love and religion. Who taught you that? Who taught you that love and religion are two different things? Love and religion are two different things. You cannot practice religion without love. You can't. If I understand that, you cannot. You cannot do religion if your religion is actually towards God. You can't do it without love. Only me only down in Jesus' name. You can't do it without love. You can't do anything in this life without love. And love won't say, I hug you, you hug me. I smile at you. No. I can love you and not feel like smiling at you at this point. I can love you and not smile at you, depending on what we need to trash out. So love and religion are different things. They are the same thing. No, you cannot religionize well without love. If your religion is truly unto God, you can't do it without love. I guess you can't do it without love. So I hope I've been able to help a bit. I hope a minimum butterfly, yes, so a minimum butterfly. What was that bird? That raven. Was it a raven that went to give Elijah some food? You know, maybe more butterfly can come too. I just used it as an illustration. The cloud here at that point was just like it was upon me only. I had come out. We have an open space behind our house that is like a penthouse. You know, I came out one day and I saw a golden circle around the sky. It was in the night. My body froze. Everything inside my body stood up. Everything inside me stood up like this. You know, in trepidation, you know, in fear, in reverence. So I told a big auntie of mine that is very conscious like that, and she told me that I should have recorded it on my phone. I said, "Me o tell duro." The day with my record, I saw it was so beautiful, like golden circle, like this. So I will now come and say, "A meal special, do any color." I mean, no. Some other people may have seen it in another place and take it to be something else, you know, and interpret it to be something else. Many people are practicing religion, but there is no love inside their heart. They are calling God, but God is far from them. They are calling God, but there is no practice of God in their hands at all. At all, at all, at all. Can we have a change of heart? Can we change? Please. Somebody said, can you still explain more about this word called love between we Christians and Muslims? Because we Christians criticize the other religions a lot. Yeah, we do. But Muslims criticize us a lot too. So let us not say Muslims criticize Christians. Let us not say Christians criticize. We all, depending on the environment that we find ourselves. There is something in your heart that is so soon that you feel that somebody has spoken to, because you think what he ring. You are calling your paddy a lazy person. You are calling your neighbor because your neighbor is not approaching God the way you are approaching God. See, he had only call. He can't mo bo se ye wa la se yin won. He had only gan. Because I know it's just by mercy that I'm here. Many different names. Olugbamila, you know what? That's the way that I say. Yes, I learn olupese, olubukun, olufunilemi, you know, things like that. You know, you call God, and it is not about that thing that you say, it's about the state of your heart. There are many things that we call God that the other person may not even know. I only duro me. You know, there are many things that we call God is my own only duro, because I know I was indebted, justifiably, legitimately, to some systems, to some foundational systems. Ọlọ́run ló ṣoní dúró mi. You understand? Ọlọ́run ló ṣoní dúró mi. If not, or from his realms, my ìdúró came for me. What to do? Somebody said, of course, the Bible says, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Unbelievers. So well, if we go into these things, you people, you want to nail me to the cross. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. See, you were not there. These people that they are calling unbelievers, you don't know what they did. So Christians are saying, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Muslims are saying, I want to do not be unequally yoked with them. I mean, paraphrasing for them. So who are you going to be yoked with? And all of you live in the same society. And this is the foundation of all these fights that we have. Should the fights go on? Should the killings go on? No, of course, they shouldn't go on. This is the foundation. So if this is the foundation, we have to destroy that mindset. We have to destroy that mindset. Who is the unbeliever? How do you know that you are a believer? Because you call Jesus, you are a believer. Because you do five times praying in a day, so you are the believer. Who told you that you are the believer? They are unbelievers. Leave them alone. Do your own. Don't be unequally yoked with them. In love. You may not marry them. You may not do business with them at your own discretion. But they are not saying think negative thoughts about it. If they say do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, they are not saying proclaim that they will go to hell. Our words are powerful, our thoughts are powerful. Many of the things we say, they are fueling all these wars that are happening, all these killings that are happening. I hope you understand me. If you really want to understand, though, if not that you just want me to say something that you go and tell people that, see, you're not a Christian. It doesn't matter, though. So, I mean, I hope that I've been able to help in a way. As I'm saying this, I'm helping myself too. Yes, now, who is a believer? Who is a believer? Who is an unbeliever? You know, as God stopped speaking, after he spoke to them, Paul and, Mr. Paul generally, Evangelist Paul generally, he wrote most of the things in the New Testament. When God spoke to him, is it that God has stopped speaking? No, we can build on what Evangelist Paul told us and open our eyes. The world was not like this at that time. The society where they were is not like this society. It's not like this world that we live in now. If you say you are going to do everything just like that, are you only do? You know, let us open our eyes. Let us open our eyes. Let us open. Somebody said, God says we should love them as unbelievers and show them God. So, sorry, gbogbo yẹn. Tẹ́ bá sọ pé wọ́n sọ báyìí, ó contradict ara wọn, wọ́n sọ báyìí. Ìwọ mú nǹkan tó ṣe kókó ńbẹ̀. Èyí tó ká òfin já tí Jésù Olúwa sọ fún wa nífẹ̀ẹ́. The Bible says do not be yoked with unbelievers. And the Bible says here that you should love unbelievers and show God to them. So pé ó fẹ́ fa confusion there. Jọ̀ọ́, kí ni Jésù sọ? What did Jesus say about this thing? Jesus didn't talk about everything. This, love God with all your heart. Because Jesus sọ nìyẹn, ó ká òfin já. Ìkan tó ká òfin já nìyẹn. So, I'm trying to forgive me. Many of the things on this internet phone, I don't understand how to. Somebody says, how can I won't win the soul of a Muslim? How do we? If you are a Christian or Muslim or traditional, it's only God that knows who is truly serving him. It's true. He can fight his battle on his own. Yes, you can't fight for God. Yes, so forgive them for they don't know what they do. That's an act of love at the point of death. Jesus should have caused them now. Yes, humanly speaking. So all these things that we know, or you people comment here, let us practice them. Not just to somebody says, how do you win the soul of a Muslim? How do you convince them to how do you convince them to Christian? Why do you want to convince anybody? If you convince anybody to do something, that's not true conviction. Let the person be convinced by themselves. I practice Christianity. I'm following Jesus because he was introduced to me by the people I knew when I was going. But I wasn't convinced until my journey took me to a point where more. You understand what I mean? Why are you trying to convince somebody to practice your faith? Why? So that they can go to heaven. Do you know whether you are going to heaven? Love them. Be kind to them. Be compassionate to them. Convincing them to do what? Why? Are we looking for crowds in our churches? You don't need to convince anybody. Conviction to one. Be praying for them. Be good to them. Be kind to them. No pretense. So tebani lati jaeja. Tebani lati kilo wan pe na. Tebani lati rake. No, it's not rake that they call it these days. Tebani lati para. Yes. When para is necessary, para it. Of course, in a godly way. Because sometimes that somebody needs to say you the word of reasoning in a very firm voice. No need. Leave them. How many people have I told you must come? You must come. But by the way that I live my life, people are coming to the side I am on. And Jesus is happy. Jesus is happy. I believe so. With all sense of humility. I mean, to be saying that. So, I mean, all these things that we need to change, we can do it differently. We can be different. We can stop all these things with the thoughts of our heart and the things that we say and do. We can stop all these things with the thoughts of our hearts and the things that we say and do. I've used 1 hour. And I should be going home now. No, it's not para for Jesus, so I didn't say you say para for. But today, Michael, èmi kọ́ ni mo kọ́ ẹ nìyẹn o, má kó bá mi o. Ẹ̀yin ayé. Humanly speaking, ìgbà mi o máa ní láti jà. This is the thing I've been looking for. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Rant Alice, baby. Thank you very much. By example, by what you do. People are watching you. People are watching you. People are watching you. Jesus did not force anybody to follow him. People followed Jesus by themselves when they saw. People followed Jesus by themselves when they saw. How many people that you convinced into church are really doing Jesus? You convince them to church because that's why most people, because of poverty, that's why they come to church. Don't you see when you do one-on-one with them? Don't you see the attitude? Don't you see the attitude to work? I work with many young people. Their attitude to work is very un-Jesus-like. I work with young people. It takes a lot of energy to make them do what is right. You can't tell me that you know Jesus and you are not taking your work seriously. No, you don't. So you are there, you are not taking your work seriously, and in some way in your head, you think some people are going to hell. Many of the people that you have convinced to come to church are coming to church because they are afraid of the village people in their lives. They are coming to church because they want to escape poverty. Sheon Treasure say our character is the best way of evangelism, period, and that's the truth. The truth that you truth alone, truth to this is my truth. Truth alone. Tony ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ kọjá náà. Tony ṣe pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ sí ọmọlàkejì. Kọjá náà wọ́n mọ̀ pé mo lọ́mọ. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mo ní family. Kò sí paparazzi, mo kọ́lá stay with me now. Kò sí no packaging here. Yes. All right. Ẹ máa lọ, ẹ ṣé, thank you, bye bye. You know, truth that is hinged on God's truth. Real one Sunki says most Christians and Muslims don't like each other. Wow, why? Let your attitude, Babatunde Michael, let your attitude convince people to follow Jesus. Exactly. Some people, I know them. If it is true, if it is them, that want to introduce me to Jesus, I will not follow Jesus. I will not. I will not. Because ìmẹ́lẹ̀ wọn pọ̀, irọ́ wọn pọ̀, wọn ò ní ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe, wọ́n á jókòó. Wọ́n ní move nígbà tó yẹ kó move. Wọ́n ní play role nígbà tó yẹ kó play ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní sòótọ́ nígbà tó yẹ kó sòótọ́, they will be sitting on the wall. Leader, ibi tó jẹ́ leader ẹ̀ wọ́n lead ibẹ̀ dáadáa. No, that kind of person, like, if not because I found the essence of Jesus myself, I wouldn't have followed. Those people, wọ́n máa sọ ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó máa sọ lójú èèyàn kan, ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó máa sọ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Wọ́n wá sọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn kan lójú ẹ̀, wọ́n wá ní ẹ má sọ fún o. Ìjọ́ tẹ́ bá ti meet bọ̀rọ̀ ẹni yẹn lẹ máa sọ. So I will be like, ẹ jẹ́ ká ókú sọ fẹ́ ni yẹn, ká ókú sọ. Mo ti ṣe irú ẹ̀ many times tí mo forí gbé. You're laughing at me, abi? Mo ti ṣe irú ẹ̀ many times tí mo forí gbé tó kóyà jẹ mí. But looking back, I'm proud of myself. Although wisdom is the principal thing, no. But how can you be talking about somebody in my presence, say she did this, he did that all the time? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ fún wọn. Bóyá wọn mọ̀. Let's preach the gospel with our attitude. Nǹkan tó wà nísàlẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní society wa rẹ̀, tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ all over the world. And I hope Olúwa máa fún wa létí gbọ́ àtàyà àgbàṣe. Nǹkan tó máa ń sọ fún wa ní church bàtà kéré nìyẹn. Mo forí gbé o, Ògúndélé sì ń dé. Mo forí gbé ó kó àjẹmí mẹ́. In fact, egbo of many of it ò tí ì jiná. You know, mo forí gbé. But in my own immediate environment, everybody, with my children, with my husband, with anybody that enters my house, of course with the people that work with me, eléyìí ṣe ó sọ fún mi, okay, kí ló dé tó fi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n náà fi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Okay, ó yẹ express ara yín, ó dùn ẹ̀, inú ẹbí ẹ kò yẹ kó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sí ẹ. Okay, ṣàti parí ẹ̀ ń sìn, ìwọ náà má ṣe báyìí mọ́, ìwọ náà nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe, nǹkan tó yẹ kó. Simple, that's what Jesus will do. How do you love people who are deceitful? I don't know. You love them, no? You let them see what is. I mean, oh yeah, so. Temdex_collections. Tell you the story, K. I can't tell you. Are you a monitoring spirit? I can't tell you the story. Some stories are not available to be told. You can't believe Shakaway. You know? So let's see. Say some Christians are scam. Yeah, anybody can be scam. Some Muslims too can be. Some lesson believers who can be scam. Anybody can be scam. You know, so I mean, I hope I've tried. I hope somebody said confrontation is the best. But that's what I will still do nowadays though. But mo ti yọra mi kò ní àwọn environment tá kò máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn mi ò sí nínú àwọn bẹ̀yẹn mọ́ tá bá ti lè sọ ṣé ká pè wọ́n ká kúkú pè wọ́n sì ká sọ ju pé ká máa sọ mo ti yọra mi ńbẹ̀. That time I knew it was the best. What could I get me going? It affected everything. It affected everything. Everything is affected. What could I get me? But you don't know wisdom. Ṣé ti máa sọ kíni kí ló for what? Ẹ mọ̀ kíni àwọn rotary kíni is it fair? Is it kíni kọ in the hair? So necessary ṣé àbí kí n yọra mi kò ń bẹ̀? You understand? And just be sending prayers to them. So I want to be inviting people to my somebody says, what can we now say of the moralistic ones but not saved? Hey, another topic. Moralistic but not saved. You know, all these things that we say, they are hinged on morals actually. Ofimewa that we are calling them, they are just morals. Those are the laws of life actually. Go and read them again. Ofimewa. Some people will come and say they are just morals. Those are the laws of life actually. I won't say more than that. I will not say more than that. Ofimewa are what the laws of life are based on. Ofimewa, ìwọ kò gbọ́dọ̀ pànìyàn, ìwọ kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe panṣágà, ìwọ kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe covet, don't covet, don't shake any con. Go and look at them. So you can't say some people are moralistic but not saved. How do you know that they are not saved? Who are you to say somebody is not saved? Is it because they don't go to church with you? How do you know that somebody is not saved? How do you? It is a sin for you to say somebody is not saved just because they are not being saved as you are doing. Is that what Jesus asked you to be monitoring? Go and read the words of Jesus in the Bible. Any other word that is not hinged on love for God and your neighbor as yourself is not Christ-like. It's human system. It's human ideas that are prone to mistakes. It is just sọ yẹn tó bá gbé lọ sí anywhere is the same. It is just sọ yẹn tó bá gbé lọ sí any society, any gathering, any community in the world, any system, it will be the same. Kò ní contradict ara wọn. What did Jesus say? All the things that we call morals, got to share here now. Those are the laws of life. Be ọmọlúwàbí. That's it. Yoruba people will say ìwà lẹ̀sìn. It is by your character. And if you think it is not by your character, it's just by Jesus, try it and do character that is not okay, that is not human or humane, and believe that Jesus will save you. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ adọ́run mọ́tọ́. Ọlọ́run ò ní ṣe wá ládọ́run mọ́tọ́. That is what I know, and that's what I do life with. That's what I do life with. Oluwabukumi Ojo says, whosoever believes in me will not perish. Yeah, whosoever believes in me, in the things that I tell them to do. Yeah, Olushola, sorry, I didn't get that right. We become saved by faith in Christ, Jesus, by doing what Jesus says to do. It's not just by believing that Jesus, by doing what he says to do. Those things that you people are saying, look for the essence behind them. By doing what Jesus says to do. Jeremy's kitchen. Yes, Jesus, I need you. Me too, I need Jesus in my life. In everything that I do. But it is by what Jesus says to do. You cannot be needing Jesus and not be doing what Jesus says to do. What would Jesus do? Are you loving your neighbor as yourself? Jesus, I need you. Are you loving your neighbor as yourself? Are you not praying for your enemy to die? Are you not saying that some people are going to hell because they are not saved like you? What would Jesus do? Is that what Jesus? So all those passages of the Bible that you people will be lifting and quoting in isolation, go and understand the spirits behind those letters. Living your life according to the things that Jesus says to do. Me too, I love Jesus. I want Jesus in my life. I may not be shouting that sacred name as you are shouting it up and down, but at the foundation of my being, the essence of that name is there. Before I do anything, I will think, what would Jesus do? Jesus ma ba people binu fa humanly shall, because I mean mo pe awon se emi mo ko fe dabi won ni bi but mi se awon. Yeah, if you love me, Akingbade Shade, if you love me, you will obey my commandments. It is those commandments you should go and look for, young people. Those commandments you should go and look for. If you love me, you will obey my commandments. Anyone who does not love me will not obey my teaching. Teaching, yeah, the teaching, He's praying. Somebody said, oh, was Emmanuel Ochuko say he's praying against enemies negative. What did Jesus say? Jesus said you should pray for them. Of course, you protect yourself from them. Jesus did not say you should pray against them, but the system you belong to is telling you to pray against them. And because it makes you feel good, because the heart of man is desperately wicked. If you don't make efforts to be conscious against it, wickedness, you will be making you happy that you are praying for them and they will die. Can someone do the sayings of who you don't know? You can't actually. But what is by doing that thing. You don't even need to tell us that you know him. We don't even need to know whether you know him or not. It's by what you do. He didn't tell you to be going about and be saying, I know him. He himself said so, that there are many people calling me Lord, Lord, and they will not enter the kingdom of God. They are calling me Lord, but they are not doing the will of my Father. What is the will of that Father? Love God with all your heart, and love that your neighbor that is not saved like you as yourself. Our enemies harm us sometimes. Yes, today they can harm you. Protect yourself from them, but still, pray for them. Don't wish them bad. You know what Yoruba say? Yoruba's people say, ọ̀rẹ́ mi dà mí, èmi náà dà, ọ̀dàlẹ̀ di méjì. That's in Yoruba sayings, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ Yoruba mythology. In the mechanism in creation, àwọn tó ń kọ́lẹ̀, torí pé ẹni yẹn wish ẹ bad, and you now wish them bad back. Ẹ̀yin méjèèjì náà jọ máa kọ́lẹ̀ fún pé Olúdáre ó wish Ṣọlá bad. Ṣọlá náà ó wish Olúdáre. Mo kàn ń sọ ní human sense. Wọ́n máa jọ kọ́lẹ̀ fún àwọn. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó fà á tó fi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ìwọ náà ti dọ̀dàlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ epo ní àlà mi. Yes, I love my neighbor. Somebody asked me, and loving your neighbor doesn't say you are doing mishi. And I've said it before, if you have been following my words, tabani láti argue, I'm argue. Tabani láti sọ, àbí àwọn neighbors mi ò mọ boundaries. Tabani láti sọ fún pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni boundary ẹ lele, a máa ṣe. Our neighbors mi ò mọ boundaries. Like people didn't know boundaries and turned the synagogue or the temple into a market. What did Jesus do when he got there? Go and check it out. So your enemies harm you sometimes. So we're not about to harm me by the things you think or say or do. Wọ́n náà ti dọ̀dàlẹ̀ ti di méjì o. Orúkọ èmi ìdẹ̀fẹ́ kó orúkọ tèmi náà kó wọnú àwọn ibi ọ̀dàlẹ̀. So máyà yẹ fún, máyà protect ara mi. But anybody time tí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ bá wá sọ́kàn mi, àdúrà ni màá fi ránṣẹ́. I may not be the person's friend again, but I won't be their enemy. Somebody said I was someone else's enemy while I was still in the world. But because someone else prayed for me, else I will be destroyed. You too, you are somebody's enemy. You are in somebody's bad book. I hope I've been able to help, Sha. How do we now save from our enemies? If you don't pray against them, pray for yourself. Protect yourself. You think it's big by praying against them that you are being saved? No, it's a lie. It is a lie. Do you know that some people will be praying against me? So me too, me now I'm praying against somebody. Mo ti invite irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ sínú life mi. Irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ráyè jókòó. She gets. So we are not supposed to be doing religion without being spiritual. She gets. Your enemy can harm you. It is true. You can protect yourself. I think the person just came saying, how can love be restored in the midst of the breath? That's what we have been saying. Jesus is by doing what Jesus says to do. Yes, now loving your neighbor doesn't say you should be doing midi. Yes, now somebody said, David's word said, do we pray for people who wish us bad? Yes, and mean us harm too. Yes. Pray for them, protect yourself from them. But the whole environment, I've been saying, if you are listening to everything, there's no need for me to be repeating things. You can watch this again. Pray for them. What would Jesus do? What did Jesus do? Human system, lantele, moral life. Those are life's laws that will work anywhere that you get to. The essence of Jesus is for you. Oh, ìfẹ́ no mú wá ètí ìmọ́lẹ̀ tó ti dòkùnkùn no mú wá padà fún wa kó wá jí wa kó wá dá wa padà. Jésù Olúwa go sọ pé àwa tá ń pè wọ́n ní Olúwa bọ̀bọ̀ tí a ṣe fẹ́ bàbá wọn tí ń bẹ ní ọ̀run wá béèrè pé kí ni ìfẹ́ bàbá wọn tí ń bẹ ní ọ̀run yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ ti sọ pé nǹkan tó kó òfin já ni kó fẹ́ràn Olúwa pẹ̀lú gbogbo ọkàn pẹ̀lú gbogbo ayé ẹ kó wá fẹ́ràn ọmọlàkejì ẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara ẹ. What would Jesus do? Oh, ye my people. But because nǹkan tó ń kọ́ wa láwọn ọbẹ̀ yẹn ó favor wa ó jẹ́ kí inú wa dùn. When somebody tells you that you are better than somebody, you know, when you are better, so you feel happy because your heart is desperately wicked. Everybody's heart is desperately wicked as long as you are a human being. My heart has the tendency to be desperately wicked, but I choose not to be. I choose. So I tell our children that when a bird wants to perch on your head, will you allow the bird? They will say no. Then I say, why would you not allow the bird? They will say because it will poo-poo there and it will wee-wee there. Yes. And when it poo-poos there and wee-wee there, the whole body will be smelling. So that's the same way that when bad thoughts are coming to you. So all of us have the tendency for our hearts to be desperately wicked, but I will choose not to because I know the consequences. You can't be calling, Jesu Oluwa, I need him too. I need him in everything that I'm saying. You know what we are discussing in love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. What did Jesus do? If I consider anybody as my enemy, it's okay, but I will pray for them still. Somebody insulted them for posting Jesus yesterday, and you don't even need to give them any para back. It's okay for you to post. It's okay for you to do. But what I'm saying is, let us not join the same people that caused all these results for us. And the reason that caused all this result is because we are saying we are better than some people. Ati Muslim o, ati Christian, gbogbo ala nse be. Ibi tí kini ti, ibi tí en meeting yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. How can love be restored in the midst? Okay, we have talked about that one. So, love, calling Jesus, he himself says so, calling me, and not doing what my father says. My commandments, my father says to do. So, Matthew 5:44, pray for those who persecute you. Persecute. Oyinbo. That's phonetics. Pray for those who persecute you. That's what he said. That's what he said now. Some people are not cursing their enemies in their mouth. They are not saying it out, but they are saying it in their heart. How can you say somebody else will go to hell? Is that not a curse you are placing on somebody because you are practicing saved in a way? Only come practice saved. Saved. Of course, let your light so shine. It's the things that you do, but I don't need to carry it on my head. I'm saved though. Of course, you know what I mean, except you want to twist my words. Yeah, this will pay me. Baba Wale. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Are you not man? But you will now choose not to be wicked by the regeneration or regenerating or whatever of your mind. Shall regenerate of your mind. By doing the things that Jesus says to do consistently, whether people see you, whether people call you saved, whether people don't call you saved, whether your enemy, they curse you, whether whatever, don't curse them back. Jesus didn't say you should curse them back. I will protect myself. But anything, so I've talked about that one. Someone insulted me for posting Jesus yesterday, and I gave them para back. Olushola Oladesu, I hope I got that right, says, what's the incentive to spread the gospel of our Lord Jesus? By living, letting your light so shine. Yes, be good people. Our law of life, that's part of what Jesus did. Letting your light so shine. Preach for them. You can preach for them. Don't back. Don't tell them they will go to hell. Did Jesus say you should force them? Wọ́n ní ká gbọ́n ẹsẹ̀ wa sọ́ntún ọba ti dá wa lóhùn ká gbọ́n ẹsẹ̀ wa mi pé ká máa lọ. Wọ́n sọ wípé ká bá wọn jà. Wọ́n sọ pé ká force wọn. Convincing people is not even healthy. It means you are the one that convinced them. Let them have the conviction on their own. It is conviction tí wọ́n bá ní on his or her own gongoni conviction. If you check our places of worship today, most of our time lọ síbẹ̀ ẹ̀rù ayé ló ń bà wá tá fi ń lọ bẹ̀. Èèyàn mélòó ló ń serve Ọlọ́run nu wa? Gbogbo àwọn tá sọ pé wọ́n ṣe nǹkan tí ò dá àwọn òṣèlú wọ́n ṣe. Don't they go to church? Don't they confess that they are born again Christians? Haven't they said the believer's prayer? But what is the result that we are seeing? Because here we want people to show us. instead of them to show God in the things that they do to us. But we want them to tell us, so they will say, hey, she's a believer. He's a believer. I will follow them. I will vote for him. I will. So, I mean, I hope I've tried. I mean, for people who want to your underscore Leyi, say you didn't mention, I've mentioned your name now. Abi, I'm okay, Abi. So, I mean, yes, I service Angela Lua Johnson. So let your light so shine, yeah, go. Let you ibiti moti bere o. Ibiti moti bere ni wípé these bad things that are happening in our society. Ibiti moti bere ni pé mo wá síta nítorí mo fẹ́ gba fresh air. Because I want to be under God's sky and I'm enjoying the fresh air. Ibiti moti bere ni àti wípé àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wa, the things that are happening were caused by the things that had happened before, and we can make a change now. And somebody now said, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? And I said the righteous can do something differently. Torí pé a ti rí àwọn nǹkan kan tán ti kọ́, kò mean pé so a gbọ́dọ̀ question wọn. The foundation that has been destroyed in your own life, are you living it like that? But the foundation that has been destroyed in the society or in religion, you want to live it like that because it favors you. It makes you feel good that you are better than other people. If I am Muslim, it makes you feel good that so my losalu jana, I want come aloino. If I am Christian, it makes you feel good that you will go to heaven and some people will go to hell. I mean, somebody says they believe in God but they don't like going to church. I don't think it's good enough. When the corporate worship is very beautiful, try it and put your heart into it. Try it. It's for your own good. I'm not saying because if you don't want to go, if you are convinced, but I'm just sowing my own seed. Yes, footsteps underscore exclusive. The righteous can think outside the box. Yes. Foundation be destroyed. You think outside the box now. Must you do it like they do it? Shagets. Somebody says, must someone go to church before you could be a good Christian? Emma Pamio. It's good to go to church, but that does not determine your good Christian. Christianity means being like Jesus. But it's good to go to church. Hey, you have answered the question now. There's no need for dramatizing, going back and forth about it, so that somebody will not come and say Sola Allyson that says so. So that's my own. Yeah, do not forsake the gathering of brethren. Yeah, it's good. The gathering of brethren, though, if it is somewhere that grows you, that's another thing. If it's somewhere that grows you, sometimes you could have outgrown a particular place and you need to move ahead. That's my own sort of thing. No answer. Emma Pamio. Emma ko ọ̀rọ̀ sí mi lẹ́nu. So let me view requests and call some people into my I want to fẹ́ wọlé. By the way, I didn't talk about Imisi. Imisi is coming. Mukola, please give me your phone. Let me show them the kidney of Imisi. Yeah, Damilo. Where is it? This is a very important question. Why? So this is Imisi's cover. I will post it very soon though. I should have posted it, but because of the heavy heart that we had, since Sunday. Imisi is coming. And this is my 10th album. That's Imisi. Yes, you can outgrow a place. Yeah. No one is righteous. Change your mindset and be better for your community. Yeah, Jesus has done his own part. It is left for us to do our own part. So, yeah, This is a Missy. I will post it anytime soon. This is a Missy, my 10th album. I'm very happy. I'm grateful. My 10th album. And I'm going to do a concert to that effect. I'm going to do a concert to the effect of my 10th album. I've been in the industry for like 34 years. But I'm not doing kiniko years on stage. I'm doing 10th album. My 10th time out. My I should drop snipers for a Missy. You are not my follower. I drop it almost all the time. Go and check my page. Or my page is a Facebook profile page, Instagram, Twitter. So that's a Missy. That's a Missy coming. A Missy reo. Who is going to help me? Who is going to help me? I need help. Oh. Me too, I need help. I need help. Everybody who needs help, God will send help to you. But me too, I need help actually. I want to do a concert. I want to release all these things involve a lot of money. I'm not doing invitation this time. I'm making it open. Under. So I hope I've been able to help. You know, a Muslim asked me yesterday, what will happen when Jesus comes? I told him, those who fail to do the will of God will suffer destruction. Okay. So, well, it is well. Important. What will happen when Jesus comes? Ask yourself deep questions. Ask yourself questions. So that so that you will fall into the hands of God. But is very good. You know, sometimes the Holy Spirit can talk to you and say, "Show me who stupid, but look what so the whole niche bemo." It's all every Divine Joy 1509. So I should give you skincare. I've told people my skincare plug now is Extra Natural Organics. That's the soap that I use. That's the body butter that we use. Extra Natural. Check my page. It's my product. No bleaching, no toning. Say you have known me all this while. The only difference is that skin me on glow better. Because my life is getting better. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Extra Natural Organics. That's the secret. A lot of water, minding your business, not putting people inside your heart for evil, not trying to pay your enemy back with bad thoughts. They help. Those things help a lot. A lot of water. When I wake up in the morning, I drink water. I drink water a lot during the day. I drink water. I eat healthy. The Extra Natural Organics has natural products all through. No bleaching, no toning. Mommy, somebody say, please don't call me mommy. William 774433. How do we? I need to read this. How do we answer the question to those who ask why God didn't save those in our church accident? Me, I don't know how to answer this question too. But I know that many things that we call the name of God for, God is not there. That's what I know. In contact, nǹkan tá àwa ṣe àwa tá ń ṣe nǹkan tá ń ṣe tó ti pọ̀ òun ni mo ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan tí mò ń ṣe yìí so that gbogbo orú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn máa wọlẹ̀ láàrin wa. It's very painful when all these things happen to us. See, my heart now, I'm just using the courage that I use when I need to walk. My heart, I'm very down. I'm not happy because of it. But I know most of the things that happened. May we have the knowledge and wisdom of this world. May hearts be healed. May this kind of thing never happen again. It's very sad, very unfortunate that it happened. Why didn't God save them? Is God not able to save? Is the hand of God too short to save us? Ọwọ́ rẹ̀ kò kúrú láti gbanilà now. What happened? What happened? What happened? Òun ni mo ṣe ń sọ pé àwa náà a rí example when the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The righteous can do something different. The righteous can do something differently. The righteous can think, what will Jesus do? And start to do it so that this will never happen again. Dainty off, sorry. Dainty tough, sorry. Said she's from Owo, Ondo State, and lost some loved ones. Even those people, I don't know them, but they are human beings like me. So in empathy, like it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. See that couple, àwọn àgbàlagbà méjì yẹn tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ tó yẹ kó jẹun ọmọ láyé wọn. One lady, I saw the experience of one lady that she hid somewhere and they killed somebody, be a master in her presence. What can the righteous do? The righteous can do things differently. The righteous can start doing what Jesus did and start practicing love. The righteous can stop saying people who are not practicing my religion will go to hell. The righteous can stop looking at other people as small and insignificant. All these thoughts that we think they are powerful. These thoughts that we think are powerful. These things that we say, they are powerful. Hey, Yusuf, what can the righteous do? The righteous can lay another foundation. We don't have to continue all these things because of favor, because we can feel good. Because it makes us feel good that some people are lesser than us. You say, who are you? So those people don't know Jesus, Abi. They are not saved. Even if somebody says church will have security, even if churches have security, what about those that cannot afford security? What about securities that are breached? Are they not human beings? If all these things are behind their mindsets, what can the righteous do? Nobody can have the answer to these things. Nobody can have the answer. The righteous can do things differently. I believe I've spent 1 hour, 30 minutes already. Can you see a little girl that came from the US got killed? So, I'm not Pastor Sola. Please remove pastor from my name in the name of Jesus. My name is Sola Allyson. Somebody said that you sent my account number. Hey, whoa! I cannot send my account number publicly, oh. Please, I cannot send my account number publicly. Maybe you come inbox. I cannot send my account number publicly. I cannot send my account number publicly. I cannot send it. Let's be human together. Let's be human together. Somebody said she was going into deep thought before my live. I don't like to call it show, but it helps you a little bit. Thank God for that. And me, that's my best prayer line. God have mercy upon me. God, please help me. Please help me. Because me onoro most of the time. God, please help me. God, please have mercy on me. God, please help me. God, please send help to me. My heart will just be bubbling. We know not how to pray, no. The groanings of my heart is the spirit that helps. My infirmities with the groanings of my heart. My songs heal souls because I know what healing is. So, I think I should invite some people. What do you think? Mo rí àwọn request kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Hey, mo mọ̀ pé màá mọ bí ṣe máa ṣe o. Ṣé màá mọ bí ṣe máa ṣe? Okay. I've accepted Ààrẹ Tòkunbọ̀. Ṣé mo ti ṣe ṣá? Mi mọ̀ bóyá mo ṣe o. Yes. Yes. I can't send my account details to you. A broken and a contrite heart, God will not despise. All these things in the Bible, why don't we read all of them? That we are approaching God with the sense of, even me, I know that I have become child. But my approach, the spirit of adoption is upon my soul, but my approach is always still very humble. Who am I? Who am I? But if you believe you are the next thing after bread and butter to God, it's okay. It's fine. Somebody said I should ask them my dash. This is one of my salia because I love it. So anything, I give people things a lot. But so anything to partini African thing, dash, I'll use it. My grandchild said I will keep it for them. But any other asho, I want dresses, I want shokoto, I want unicorn. I dash them out, go in large, big bags. But you know all these ones. Tosha ni adire, Tony asho okay. If I'm looking for more, if you produce, let me know. I'll come and buy more. Of course, only to fine. Only to were made that the aesthetics are less beautiful. Girl. Do you think practicing? Anyway, I believe I've said. See, God made everything easy, but mine decided to go the other way. Take the way kings were chosen. Where? Ọlọ́run ṣá make gbogbo nǹkan easy for wa. Àwa là ń sọ di kíní. You know, when you see children from different races, little children, when they meet themselves, they're always, loving themselves and liking themselves. But àgbàlagbà say, hey, no. Ọmọ kíní kan bí àwọn Yorùbá tó sọ pé ewúrẹ́ mi kò lóhùn òṣòrí àgùntàn. Àgùntàn ló sọ pé ìyá àwọn òbí dúdú. Ewúrẹ́ kò lóhùn òṣòrí àgùntàn. Àgùntàn ló sọ pé no. Àwọn òdúdú ńlé wa o. Àwọn ò ní kíní yẹn ní family wa o. Ìwọ ò kí ń ṣara wa o. Forget, I've tried to invite people. He's not inviting you, so I want to go. Righteousness exalts a nation. Báwọn ènìyàn mi tá pé orúkọ mi mọ́, bá rẹ ara wọn sílẹ̀, tí wọ́n bá sì gbàdúrà, nígbà náà ni èmi yóò gbọ́ láti ọ̀run, èmi yóò sì dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn jì. Èmi yóò sì wò ilẹ̀ wọn sàn. That song, I learned it when I was little, a long time ago. Bí àwọn ènìyàn mi tá pé orúkọ mi mọ́, bá rẹ ara wọn sílẹ̀, tí wọ́n bá sì gbàdúrà, bá rẹ ara wọn sílẹ̀ o lákọ̀ọ́kọ́. Ṣé a rẹ ara wa sílẹ̀? A rẹ ara wa sílẹ̀ o. This à ń gbàdúrà ṣùgbọ́n a rẹ ara wa sílẹ̀. So méjèèjì yẹn a rẹ ara wa sílẹ̀. Nígbà náà ni tá bá rẹ ara wa sílẹ̀, èmi yóò gbọ́ láti ọ̀run, èmi yóò dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn jì, èmi yóò sì wo ilẹ̀ wọn sàn. Ǹjẹ́ a rẹ ara wa sílẹ̀? Ẹ mọ̀ pàdúrà kan nìkan wọ́n sọ. Ǹjẹ́ ara wa sílẹ̀? Gathering ourselves and praying for Nigeria. Ǹjẹ́ ara wa sílẹ̀? Are we not praying from the point of we are the ones, those ones are going to hell? Yeah, I've said my own. You know, I'm always saying my own and being in my place. I'm always saying my own and doing my day. May we see. May we see. Somebody said this is their time watching me live. We do sing for you for what actually? This we are talking here. Sing for you for what? I mean, mindset needs to be changed. It's putting people in a box and thinking they should do what you think they should do. Sing to you for what? No, kilo shele. Right now. This thing we are saying here is very important. Do Nigeria? Anu. You said the one shokoto. Okay. Me and you, we ask us to settle. You want Shokoto? Okay. Motigbo. Where is this Ogwande 23? Is it not Taiwo? Is it not Taiwo Ogwande? That should that shoe my agbada. She Taiwo, she Wanisha. I think so. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi Àṣùbù, she Wani. That should dash you my agbada. See this one, I can't dash anybody. Taiwo, if it's you, when I'm coming to your area, this is what I will wear, something like this. Because I need them to know that I'm an African girl. I need them to see my natural hair. I need them, of course, my brown skin glows already. So get. You know, exactly, humility. The day we realize that humility is the best, that's the day we'll begin to experience Jesus. Go, 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 go. You get me? So what we are discussing now is more than you just see somebody say they should sing for you. Sing for you for what? I don't sing for play. I sing for purpose. Of course, you backed up with money. Oh yes. This is my please let me go. I don't know how to put you just came online. You have to watch it again. No, we have been here for since a long time. So I think I need to go now. I don't know how to. Okay. I saw it on Facebook. I don't know whether Facebook one will work. I tried on Instagram. Instagram one is not working. Or somebody should request to join on Instagram. I don't know how to do it. Invite to join. Okay. Ah. Oh. Okay. It's adding. Èmi ni mo get ẹ o. Ṣé mo ti wá get ẹ báyìí ṣá? Ó dà pé mo ti get ẹ. Hey, I got it. Somebody's here on Facebook.
Hello.
And someone Instagram. And it's I got it. Oh, women in tech. I got it.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm so excited that I got it. I've been putting things I didn't get.
Yes, so you are doing the work of God. The Lord is your strength.
Praise God, oh, amen.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Sorry, what's your name? I didn't know the name I clicked. I just clicked something and you came up.
My name is Sola Allyson.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining. Women in tech. Yeah. Hey, you want to try me? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm happy to hear from you.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy that I got it and you are the number one person that had my career in technology.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
That's everything.
Thank God, ma. Thank God, ma.
I
love all. I've been following you since when I was in Polytechnic since 2001. I've been following you.
Thank God, dude. I hope it's worth it, sir.
It's worth it too.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Yes,
thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye, ma.
Mo kàn get ẹni ṣá. Like, I'm trying another one. Somebody says they sense it in their spirit that I'm an evangelist that needs to go even beyond. You didn't sense it in your spirit. I mean, it's obvious. And I don't need to go beyond singing. I can do singing with it. You didn't sense it in your spirit. It is obvious already. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká ṣe bọ̀ọ̀bọ̀ àbí kíní fúnra wa. It is just like that. Woman in check. Yes, that's me. Sola Allyson. Woman. I'm trying to invite somebody else. Go down more. Hey, but on Instagram, okay, view request. Hey, mo dey accept. Go there wa. Say network ni. You didn't sense it. There are some things that are just obvious that is not sensing. I know what I am already, but this is how I want to do it. If I dash you my glasses, Ianu Ogunso is recommended. I won't see all these things well. Me, I'm the one that knows if you sense anything, just pray for me. Send prayers to me. Don't pray me into something that I'm not. If you pray me into something, if I'm not convinced I should do it, I won't do it. And I will still do purpose. I don't have to be an evangelist. I'm not an evangelist. My name is Sola Allyson. I'm a singer. So what my singing is doing is what matters. Patience Olubi, you said I can't do it. I can't find you. She's saying Emilo combo, I can't find. I don't know how to do it. I did it the other time now. Accept it now. I accepted somebody. I put somebody at the neck. I didn't see Patience Olubi there. Mo view request in B. Mo de te. Mo de wa. Abi o ni nǹkan tí mi set ni. I got this one again. Hey! At the same time, see my life. Hey! Modupe, how are you? Hey! We made it. Huh? I'm very happy. Truly, I'm happy.
I know.
Because I got it. So, sorry, Modupe, who is this, please? What's your name, please? Here, a guy.
My name is Adenekon Oluwaseun.
Adenekon Oluwaseun. How are you?
From Dubai.
From Dubai, how are you?
Yes, ma. I'm fine, ma.
Are you enjoying Dubai? Of course you are.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Somebody said Dubai is Dubai. Dubai. There are many, many beautiful things. You just buy, Dubai. Mojokori, how are you?
I'm fine. I tell you, ma.
Kwele, sure. It's fine. So extra natural organic. Will help you. Help me advertise for them. See, they are seeing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thank you for patronizing us. And I'm sure you are getting the results.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
I'm so grateful.
Oshe. Oshe, go. All right, bye.
Hi, sir.
Oshe, go. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, bye.
Adeneko. Miss Adeneko.
Ma,
thank you. Àmín.
Going to see
From your side. I don't know.
Àmín o. Àmín.
àwọn náà dẹ́rìn tíjọ́ tẹ máa wá sí Dubai tá máa rí wọ́n náà wọ́n báyìí.
Ìjọ́ tí wọ́n ti pariwo síta bóyá màmá pariwo síta ń sìn wọn ò ní máa ṣayọ́ mẹ́yẹ mọ́.
Ẹ wá ṣayọ́ mẹ́yẹ mọ́, ẹ wá káwọn fáǹsì nílé wàá pàdé yín o.
Okay o, mo ti gbọ́ o.
Yes, ma.
Mo ti gbọ́ ẹ ṣé o.
Yes, ma.
Ọlọ́run á máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o.
Àmín ma.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, ma.
Bye. So I think I've done enough today. So I'm going. Àmírèlé o bàbá, ọlọ́jọ́ òní o, àmírèlé o. So I mean, I hope the what's it called? The important thing about what we did today is, what would Jesus do? If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The righteous, many people said, the righteous can think outside the box. The righteous can build another foundation. I said the righteous can do something else. The righteous can look for another way. You know? So everything, don't shell it. Nisin, they are as a result of what we met. What are we putting there? What are we putting there? May hearts be healed. May there be hope. May there be help. May all of us be open to the help around us. Nǹkan tó wà ní ọkàn wa, tó against ìfẹ́ Olúwa. May we be able to uproot all of them. May we be able to empty ourselves of all those negative mindsets and be able to fill up again with the new according to God's mind. Thank you for joining. Next time I come, I'm going to come with a band. You know, I come with a band. I'm going to come with a band and we're going to sing. But today I came to talk. When I come alone like this, you know, yes, let's put God first in everything that we do. May God help us. So thank you very much. Bye.